start na po tayo in 30 seconds.
Yes, okay
Yeah.
naman so far. Okay, so our next guest is a writer activist from Taguig City. So he makes zines during his spare time and writes critical essays. Deadline is near. Wow. His written works have appeared in Magpie's Press, The Basement, the UPLB Perspectives, Pananaw Literary Folio, and Alpas Literary Journal. Callback, which we just watched earlier, was nominated for 4 awards, including Best Screenplay and Best Director in Pelicultura of 2018 and was exhibited in Dumaguete City, Region 11. He is also a graduate of BA Communication Arts program in UPLB and was awarded Best Creative Thesis. He served as the chairperson of the club and was a fellow in the 4th Amelia La Peña Bonifacio Writers Workshop in UP Dalaman. So our next guest is the writer, director, and editor of the film Daryl Alcantara. Hi Daryl.
Hello po. Hello
Hello
din,
po,
Julian.
kumusta?
Okay naman.
Okay naman. Yeah, okay. So for our talkback session, we'll be joined by two representatives from the films we just watched. So
Hi,
unfortunately,
Kenneth. Excuse me.
yes. Hello.
Kenneth, kasi inaayos lang yung audio. Sorry, tas mamaya mag-signal na lang kami na ulit tayo ulit.
Okay, okay.
Hello, hello. Mic test, hello. Hello. Everyone, I am Kenneth Ray Reso, a Pelikula volunteer, and I will be the moderator for the talkback session with filmmakers of the Homegrown Shorts section. So, films from section were films made by LB students, particularly UPLB students, or during the time they were students in Los Baños. So, tonight we will be joined to answer some of our questions. So let me introduce our first guest. Our first guest is a graduate of BA Communication Arts and is a social studies teacher in Assumption College, San Lorenzo. Our first guest is the production manager as well as a performer in the film, Unit 3. So let's have Julia. Hi, JM.
Hello, good evening po.
Kumusta, JM? How are you?
Okay naman po.
Okay
Buhay
naman.
pa
Okay.
naman.
Okay. Teaching amidst in the middle of pandemic teaching.
Yes, kinakaya
Yes.
naman po.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, JM. Our next guest is from Taguig City. He makes zines during his spare time and writes critical essays when the deadline is near. His written works have appeared in Magpie's Press, the UPLB Perspectives Pananaw Literary Folio, and Alpas Literary Journal. His short film Callback, which we watched earlier, was nominated for 4 awards Slay and Best Director in Pelicultura 2018 and was exhibited in Dumaguete City as part of Cinema Region 11. He is also a graduate of BA program in UPLB and was awarded Best Creative Thesis. He also served as the chairperson of the UPLB Writers Club and was a fellow in the 4th Melaso Writers Workshop in UP Dalaman. The writer, director, and editor of the film Callback, John Daryl Alcantara. Hi, Daryl. Hello,
Hello din,
kumusta?
good evening. Okay naman.
Okay naman. Okay, so I would also like to remind our audiences you could now refresh you could see the comment section already, so it's now enabled. Just refresh the page. And of course, you could send in your questions if you have questions to our Get Talk Back session. So, kagaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, films from this particular section were made by LB, the LB community, or is about the LB community or students of UPLB. So, JM and Daryl here, they are both graduates university. So we're going to try to when we have our talk back now, we're going to try to anchor or i-angkla natin yung magiging discussion natin sa lunan o sa lugar. So my first question, ano-ano ang mga hamong kinaharap nyo bilang student filmmaker sa Los Baños? At sa palagay ninyo, bilang alam naman natin na ang Los Baños, UPLB or LB, it's a very scientific or it's a science community. So how ano kaya yung harap ninyo at sa palagay ninyo paano ito matutugunan sa kabila ng Los Baños campus or UPLB as a science community?
Okay. Yung sasabihin ko is yung perspective ko as a production manager ng Unit 3. Unang-una dorm and all girls dorm siya, and meron kaming 3 lalaki sa production team, so kinailangan namin na kumuha ng permit, maraming offices na pinupuntahan, maraming steps na kailangan asikasuhin, ganyan. Naging challenging yung part na yon, time limit yung paggawa dahil requirement itong film na to. So yung time constraints sa paglakad ng mga papel, siguro mapapadali, siguro mas maging friendly yung mas i-lessen yung steps na kailangan gawin sa pagpapa ng mga ganito. Isa pa, medyo nahirapan din kami sa pag-raise ng funds, sa totoo lang, dahil kasabay din to ng mga iba pa naming production. Hindi lang naman kami yung nagre-raise ng funds, yung kanya i-raise. And sana, if pwede, baka pwedeng masuportahan financially yung mga estudyante ng arts sa paggawa ng mga ganitong productions.
Okay, so logistics, no? First, logistics and funding. Yes. So who knows?
Yes.
New admin members of the new chancellor, vice chancellors might be watching. Okay, thank you, JM. How about you, Daryl?
Hello po. Ganun major problem namin na ginagawa namin yung callback. Kaya nga nag-decide kami nag-guerrilla productions ata. Tama ba? So, parang nung edit na sa productions natin. As yun, guerrilla. Kasi as in guerrilla filmmaking na yung ginawa namin na minsan, hindi ko tulad na JM na may permit. Minsan kami, wala na kaming permit. SU para lang matapos namin yung shooting namin. Tapos, yun din, kinailangan din namin ma-funds sa sarili namin kasi parang yung buong kwento ng callback ay gumagawa sila ng film within the film. Wala naman kaming as in yung totoong boom mic or totoong camera. So, in-incorporate na namin sa story na i-embrace natin yung limits natin. So, magandang camera setup. At gawin natin mockumentary. Sige na, shaky cam na lang lahat. So, yan. Tapos, siguro, isa siyang negative aspect na trinay namin i-embrace na in-incorporate na lang namin dun sa story. Yan.
Okay, so baseball na lang, no? Nag-adjust din yung script sa mga constraints, limits na meron. Pero yun na nga, slight funding, so that's one important aspect, of course, no, in filmmaking. For the next question, 3. So yung genre niya, it's horror, right? Okay, so it's a short film and it's a horror short film or short horror film. Okay, is kayang ma-address to ng production manager, no? Ano yung naging motivation na naikwento yung kwento ng pelikula? Ito ba ay lahat ng LB students alam nila or ano ba yung naging motivation para ikwento itong nakakatakot na kwentong ito sa inyong pelikula?
Yung initial stages nung writing ng script, napag-uusapan na namin ni Pam na what if ikwento mo Pam yung mga kwento ng mga pumapasok sa LB. So, kapag naman pumasok ka sa LB as a new student, as a freshman, maririnig mo agad tong mga kwentong to, yung story sa dorm, yung babae sa cabinet, yung babae sa salamin, ganon. And very amusing lang siya na yung mga horror stories ay naging part na ng culture ng LB to the point na kinakwento siya from one batch to another from Jason. And yung isa pang motivation nitong film na to is yung ipakita na yung gawa-gawa lang siya, na tayo mapag-alala tayo as people, ganyan. Pero mas napapalala patakot natin kapag nakakarinig tayo ng mga stories from other people. And ayun, pinapakita nung film na minsan sa atin lang din galing. Yun. Wala naman siyang klarong basehan talaga.
Yeah. So actually, no, being, of course, a graduate as well of UPLB, nung napanood ko, pa rin sa akin, no, yung sa men's dorm specifically. Yeah. So siguro tanungin na rin natin si Daryl para mas mapalawig din natin yung discussion na motivated you, no? So ano yung motivation dito sa mockumentary na to? Daryl.
Kasi yung tanong sa class namin with Ma'am Kay na Kama 193, dinevelop ko lang to kasi kung papasa ng ng film pitch, tapan na lang yung initial na diagnostics exam namin na basically hindi nauna yung story, mas nauna lang yung sa camcorder na app na like yung siguro pwede siyang tingnan as parang early version ng callback. Like nagbubugbugan lang kami ni Julie Mer. Tapos naglalaro lang kami nung camcorder app. Tapos alam mo yun, parang mga snuff film. Tapos parang tingin namin parang hindi naman siya like nakakatawa talaga. Pero like kapag ginagawa siya sa mga teleserye, nakakatawa siya. Tapos yun yung nilalaro namin sa apartment. Tapos doon possible gumawa ng isang story gamit tong parang camcorder app na magmukhang VHS yung output. Tapos later on na lang kasi kailangan mo ma-define bakit siya mamamatay. Tapos doon na lang na ipasok yung story ng DESAP, yung story ng isang actor na gustong pagkakitaan tong story ng mga DESAP para sa mga sarili niyang personal na gustong awards, ganun. Kasi yun,
wow. So kanya-kanya talagang pagpoproseso, no, bilang mga artist. Okay, so for the next question, for callback again. So sa ano-ano ang mga gampani ng isang student filmmaker sa Los Baños sa kasalukuyang talamak ang red tagging na hindi naman bagong karanasan para sa isang UPLB student at sa pagsasabatas ng Anti-Terrorism Act?
Ang bigat naman ng tanong sa akin. Tingin ko, hindi lang naman bilang estudyante, pero bilang basically mamamayan ng Pilipinas, meron tayong responsibility, hindi lang sa classmates natin, sa teachers natin, may responsibility tayo sa kapwa natin. Siguro sa mga artists na, lalo na sa mga Los Baños artists, sana wag kalimutan yung long history ng bilang alam mo yun, like hindi tayo part ng quote unquote na center ng activist na kaganapan, pero parang yung Timog Katagalugan, isa siya sa pinaka malawak na hanay sa hanay ng mga activists. And ano pa ba? Ayun, bukod sa pag-join sa mga organizations, ayan, sa mga freshmen, yan, join kayo sa organizations. Bukod doon, yung nabibigay sa atin na platform, kahit sabihin natin na kulang yung fund, kulang yung platform, ganyan, kailangan natin i-max palakasin pa yung mga panawagan natin against sa mga pinapanukala nga na batas ng ating gobyerno. Kasi if hindi tayo mag-speak, pag hindi tayo mag-speak up, mas magiging talamak yung mga wrong notions sa history natin. Kaya sa akin medyo na historical revisionism kasi kailangan natin i-revise ang history, pero i-revise siya in a sense na tuunan ng pansin yung perspective ng marginalized sectors na alam mo yun, na itong mga stories ng mga desaparecidos, records lang sa history books natin na ganito 10,000 yung namatay or gantong number yung tingin natin na hindi pa rin natatagpuan, pero bihira siyang ma-humanize sa history books. So, yun. Tingin ko ganun dapat yung maging direksyon ng revisionism ng history natin. Yung human aspect ng mga kwento natin.
For our final question to the both of you, or this could also serve as the final message, no? So, paano ninyo nakikita filmmaking sa Los Baños? Sige, si JM muna. So, paano mo nakikita, na-envision? Of course, no, yung Unit 3 ay how many years ago pa yon? Okay. Konteksto, setting, iba rin yung condition, no? Or maaring may iba man, may kaunti lang, pero iba pa rin, no? So, how do you envision? Paano mo nakikita ang hinahara Los Baños?
Maganda yung vision ko ng filmmaking sa LB, especially dahil itong generation ng mga estudyante, mas nakikita yung creativity nila, especially sa social media, very social media savvy sila, and marami rin silang mento na kayang i-share sa ibang tao. So, though maraming nagbago sa like yung mga places sa LB, yung ito, ganyan, yung mga practices, sana nakikita ko na i-portray nila yung kung ano yung real as students in LB or as citizens in the LB community, and also balikan pa rin nila kung ano yung mga noon. And ano pa ba? Nakikita ko rin kasi na magkakaroon na hopefully ng mas maigting arts sa UPLB. Yun talaga yung kailangan ng artists ng UPLB. Yung support, hindi lang from fellow UPLB citizens, yung sa admin, sobrang mahalaga yun. So, sana nananalig tayo na yung future ng na yung admin ngayon, na yung arts. Dahil ito yung bumubuhay sa kultura ng LB.
Wow, hanggang sa talkback natin, no, meron tayong binibit-bit na panawagan. Ikaw, rin naharap ng filmmaking sa Los Baños.
Yun din yung panawagan ay Chansey baka naman. Sorry. Kailangan tignan yung filmmaking as hindi siya like parang personal exercise lang eh. Ano siya, collaborative work siya. Kaya sa lahat ng mga filmmaking ang laking factor nung kasama mong tao and nung environment na kinikilusan nyo. Kaya nga agree din ako kay Julie Merla. Una sa lahat, din yung pag-support sa mga arts program lalo sa LB. So ganyan, maging friendly na rin sa pagbibigay ng permits, and medyo mas optimistic na yung tingin ko magiging landasin ng filmmaking sa LB. And pero dito tingin ko medyo magiging factor din na masyadong lubog na sa online na discussion current students ngayon, kasi baka maging peg nila na puro Manila-centric na story, na ganito palagi ang depiction sa mga yan. So, siguro yung magandang advice na mabibigay ay tingnan yung immediate community kasi sobrang hitik sa kwento ang LB. Yan.
Salamat, Daryl. Meron pang pahabol na social media question. Salamat sa mga pelikula nyo. Gusto ko itanong, how would you describe your experience of doing the film and filmmaker? Thank you. So how would you describe your experience of doing the film as a student filmmaker? JM.
Thank you. Ang saya nung paggawa ng film kasi nasaksihan mo yung production from writing to revisions and editing. And actually, since medyo na-challenge kami dun sa technicalities ng paggawa ng horror films, kinailangan talaga namin na mag-immerse, manood ng maraming the right vibe. And wala, fun lang siya. Though nandun yung hirap like yung logistics and funding, in-enjoy lang na isa siya sa pinaka mahalagang experience siya as a com art student na nakakagawa tayo ng films na ganito kahit hindi natin alam na kwento. So, as a student filmmaker, nakaka-inspire na pwede pala tayong gumawa. Pwede pala tayong magkaroon ng platform to create and to tell our story.
Thank you, JM. Daryl?
Yun din naman yung nasabi ko. Since, yun nga, para siyang yung kakulangan namin dati noon ay parang pahirap na the same time blessing kasi mas nag-bond kami, like 20 lang ata yung pinakain namin sa actor. Sa mga actors namin na nag-volunteer, yun, kasi 20 lang pinakain namin. Tapos, ano pa ba? Yun din, fulfilling siya dahil mahirap. So, at the same time, parang inisip ko rin na sana may time pa kami para i-edit tong ganito, ganon. Pero parang paglaon ng panahon, parang natutunan na lang din namin tanggapin yung mga limitations namin. And yan.
Okay. Thank you, Daryl. So, yung dalawa for sharing your insights and experiences. So, nalaman natin na ilan sa mga may hirap na bahagi ng paggawa ng pelikula sa Los Baños ay logistic funding. So, sana makarating sa kinauukulan. Hindi, joke na. Okay, so maraming salamat din sa paghikayat, no? So, sa pamamagitan ng pagbabahagi ni way na hinihikayat natin, no, yung mga estudyante or citizens sa Los Baños para gumawa ng pelikula. Kaya gaya nga ng nabanggit ni Daryl, no, sa marami tayong mahuhukay na mga kwento. Maraming salamat ulit, JM and Daryl, for being with us tonight. Back session. Thank you. Okay, so Pelicultura po is presented by UPLB Peliculab of the Department of Humanities Philippines Los Baños in partnership with Pasalidahay. It is co-presented by the National Commission for Culture and the Arts and the Film Development Council of the Philippines. So we'd also like to thank Manila Times, Take Off Philippines, Inquirer Pop, Umaluhoktan Incorporated, UP Alliance of Development Communication Students, UPLB Engineering Students, UPLB Chemical Kinetic Society, Society of Exchange Students UP, 24 Frames, The Rhetoricians, Association of Filipino Forestry Students UPLB, UPLB In Focus Multimedia Guild, and the UPLB Com Art Society. Again, to our viewers and to our guests, so sana makasama pa namin kayo sa mga susunod na schedule ng Pelicultura, the Calabarzon Film Festival.